G Man is back.
Oh, my gosh, the ring got messed up. This is a 5 out of freaking 5.
It is beat making time.
Next week is E3 week. My album comes out next week.
I have the leopard.
This is your boy. All right, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube citizens, y'all know who this is. This is your boy Dash True Inferno. Back at it with another Pokemon Unite commentary video gameplay for you guys. Oh my gosh, a bunch of news has been dropping over the course of the past 7 days. It's been crazy. We got more news regarding the whole Phoenix Sun / Mercury owner. We got more news about that. Grand Theft Auto 6 has been leaked, and Twitch is banning gambling from their platform. And we're going to talk about all that stuff over the course of the next 3 weeks or so, unless some more news drops or something. But, we have to talk about G4TV. Yes, G4TV is back in the news. And you know what's funny? There was some news that dropped last week, and I was going to put it in the back burner, but then more news dropped about it. I think it was yesterday. And it's like, oh no, I got to talk about this. So, let me give you guys big of I guess a backstory behind G4TV in terms of the controversies that they've been under over the course of the past, what is this, like 8 months, 9 months, 10 months or so. So it's all started going back to December 20th, 2021, when they did a show, and it's still online on their, is it G4 channel or Xplay YouTube channel, called 2022 Xbox Preview and Predictions. So the main person behind the controversy involving G4TV has been Frosk, or Froskurinn, aka Indiana Black. That's his real name. So, or Froskurinn, excuse me, not Froskurinn, but Froskurinn. So, in that video, she said that the Xbox / Microsoft has been killing Sony / PlayStation over the course as of late. And now this is in December. As of late, as in December, in like maybe a month or 2 or 3 prior to that. And I was like, what the heck were you smoking? No, they haven't. Now you can say, oh, as of late, you know, as in the last 2-3 months, you know, from December last year going back, you can make an argument that Microsoft has been winning against Sony. And that's different because it's like, okay, to say that somebody's been killing or smoking them, it's like, yo, it wasn't even close. It was a landslide. It's like, no. And I name all the reasons why Frosk was wrong with that statement. Then in the same video, she went on to say that 2022, Xbox will smoke PlayStation. Now, here's the thing about that. She said that because really, and I did 2 videos on G4 controversies. So in my first video, which is like, what is it, 37 minutes long and 24 seconds, I pointed out that her main reason was because she was basically naming off every single RPG game that was coming to the Xbox, and so far, none of them came out this year. It made me sense correctly. We know Starfield has been pushed back, more likely because of Elden Ring. Elden Ring puts a lot of games back, but there has not been, as far as I recall, no RPG games that came out, and if they did came out, then they weren't apparently good enough to make media headlines or anything like that. So there's that. And then she talked about the Game Pass. And I was like, well, another issue is Microsoft was not coming out with a lot of exclusive. And this was the issue with Sony as well. But Microsoft was not coming out with a lot of exclusives that would be day one on the Game Pass. So people were literally canceling their Game Pass membership until Microsoft came out with more exclusives. So, yeah, Microsoft basically this year did nothing. Did absolutely, positively anything to smoke PlayStation. So even though Frost's reason for her prediction was incorrect and totally off, but at the end of the day, her prediction in terms of Microsoft smoking PlayStation, yes, he was correct, believe it or not. And this won't be the first time that she was correct on something. She was correct about a female league being the thing in GTA 6, and her statement behind that, I'm not going to read that. But here's why she was correct, though, in terms of why Microsoft is smoking PlayStation. And it's not because of the reasons he said about, oh, Game Pass and all these RPG games that are coming out on the system. No, that's not why she was correct. The reason why she's correct, and nobody predicted, nobody saw this coming, is because Sony has been shooting themselves in the foot over and over and over and over again all year long. So Microsoft has been killing Sony because Sony been shooting themselves in the foot. Now, if you want to say, well, Microsoft did buy Activision, okay, that's a reason. But the problem is that contract won't take effect until, maybe says correctly, I think next year. So that contract, that buyout or whatever, that purchase won't take full effect till next year. We talk about this year only. So while that is a small reason, but until that buyout, take full effect, I'm not sure y'all heard that, but until that buyout take full effect or that payment take full effect, that's not a major reason for this year. Like from this year going forward, that's a different story. But for this year only, no, that's not a major reason. That's a minor reason. The major reason because Sony been shooting themselves in the foot. I'm not going to go over everything regarding why Sony been shooting themselves over in the foot, because that's going to be another long video in itself. So we're not going to go there. But again, false reasoning behind her prediction was incorrect, but her prediction alone was correct, which was shocking. And the reason why her prediction was correct was even more shocking. So I talked about that. Now, about a few months, actually a month later, actually, there was another X-Play show, and here's the funny thing. She talked about sexism in video games, and this was the one that really set people off. This was the one. So let me backtrack. So when she made those predictions about Microsoft has been killing Sony as of late, and all throughout 2022, Microsoft will kill Sony or smoke Sony. Those were exact words, smoke Sony. People were going off on her, and apparently, people were going off on her in the manner of like this. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about because you're an ugly girl. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about because you look like a guy. They were saying something stupid like that, apparently. I don't know. I don't know what was said or where it was said at. But apparently, I'm getting the sense that it was along those lines. Which, again, makes no sense to me. Like, whether she's ugly or not, I'm like, what? I'm not going to get into details into the whole how things were back in the day with the stereotypes and the prejudice and stuff like that in terms of cute blondes normally are the dumb ones and the ugly chicks were normally smart. That was a thing back in the day, and then they flip-flop. But anywho, so that leads to another X-Play video where she came out with a rant about sexism. And she pointed out how, and then like even one of the people was like, oh man, I can't watch you. I can't jack off to you. Like apparently that was a comment as well. She talked about how, it's weird to jack off of women or, G4TV hosts or hostesses or whatever, or female hosts. And I talked about how, yeah, I agree. Like that is weird. I talked about that in that first G4 video that I did, G4TV video that I did. That is weird to say. I'm not going to get into that again. But then she went on to say, Morgan Webb and Olivia Young, and basically all the women at G4TV were not made to be eye candy. And I'm like, have you not seen their track record? It's all over YouTube. How can you say that? Like, are you serious right now? So she got so much hate because of that, and it was hilarious. And then with that said, this leads me to another video that I did about G4, where G4 made Frosk and G4 themselves look like hypocrites. This was literally slightly over a month, like a month and a few weeks after I did that G4 video about Frosk and the controversy behind her. So what happened in the that lead me to make the second video? Well, G4TV did another video, and it's called VTuber Price Glory. And that's still on YouTube, by the way. It's like an hour and 44 minutes long. And it's featured arguably the biggest eye candy Twitch streamer ever in the form of Amaranth. So if you were to start that video, they had Amaranth in a bikini. They had another chick in there who wasn't bad looking, actually, trying to compete with Amaranth in terms of, having an attractive body, having big boobs and stuff like that. So you're trying to compete with Amaranth. And there was a bunch of VTubers, all of them, female VTubers that looked good, apparently. And they were talking about sex content and pornography, like video game pornography or whatever the case may be. And basically, this was an eye candy video involving eye candy women. And this was done a month after, or really technically 2 months after Frosk did that rent video and G4TV was behind her. They supported her. They treated, oh yeah, we stand for Frosk 100% of the way. And yet they turned around and made that. And I'm like, what the heck? And a lot of people picked up on it. And a lot of people talked about it. And not only does G4TV look like hypocrites for doing that, but they also made Frosk look like a hypocrite as well. Again, I don't know if she had anything to do with it. She wasn't in the episode. I don't know if she was a producer behind it or if it was her idea or not. Or I don't know. But yeah, that video made Frosk look really, really bad. So fast forward to last week. So G4TV announced that, I think it was on Thursday, this past Thursday, that they were not going to release any content on this one specific day. Like they were not going to live stream anything. They were not going to do any shows or anything. And people was confused, like, what the heck is going on here? Well, come to find out, they laid off a lot of people. They laid off a lot of people, which is sad to hear. You know, it could be because of budget cuts or, you know, something along those lines. I don't know. But it's always tough to hear when, when a bunch of people get laid off. It's really, really tragic to see that. So here's what happened. And I got the tweet right in front of me. So September 15th at 1:25 p.m. Eastern Time, Frosk released a tweet saying the following: "Let's play some games, yo." And then there was a picture of a frog smoking a joint, wearing the meme sunglasses with a crown on his head, and in the picture is the text in big, bolded font, "I survived," referring to the fact that Frosk did not get fired. He survived the layoffs. So it's safe to say a lot of people did not like that on Twitter. Like, she got a lot of retweets, basically trash talking her because of that. Because it made her look like she didn't care about her co-workers that got fired. All that mattered to her was she survived. She didn't get fired. And by the way, that tweet is still, again, I got the date and time. I'm looking at the tweet right now. This wasn't a screenshot that somebody took and I just happened to find. No, this tweet is still up. You would think she would remove the tweet. Nope, it's still up. Well. What happened after that? So a few days after that, and I think this was actually yesterday, the 20th, she released another tweet, and I'm going to read it right here, right now. And it says the following: "Thank you so much to G4TV and the talented X-Play and esports departments. Loved working with you guys. Gonna especially miss Gex," meaning she got fired. So she didn't survive, which is hilarious. And oh gosh, it got up like 2,311 retweets. Or replies. Now, I mean retweets, I mean replies, my bad. And I'm not going to go through them. It's probably going to be toxic as heck, but I'm not going to complain. Because, again, when you're boasting about surviving a layoff, like, it makes you look selfish. And it makes you look like an asshole. That you don't care about your co-workers being fired. All that matters to you is you didn't get fired. That's all that matters. You didn't get fired. You survived. That's all that matters to you. So, I mean, I can't feel no sympathy towards you for not showing any type of concern for your co-workers, for keeping your ego in check and say, yeah, I survived, but dang, this layoff, the layoff sucks. Sorry to see all my former co-workers get laid off. Something. Nope. It was, hey, yo, let's play some games. I survived the layoff. My co-workers did it, but who cares about them? Ha, ha, ha. That's the mentality that I'm sensing here. And for her to get fired a few days later, it's hilarious. It's really, really hilarious. She was like, ever since she did that rant, she has been, in my opinion, nothing but trouble for G4TV, which some will argue should not have been brought back to begin with. I'm going to stay out of it. I don't know. Again, I'm going to stay out of it, whether or not they should be brought back or not. But, yeah, Frosk was not a good look for G4TV. And, yeah, she deserved to be fired. So, that's my thoughts on that. And I thought that was very interesting that she got fired after she released that tweet. That is still up, by the way. That is still up, by the way. So that's my thoughts on that. Oh, guys, the next 3 weeks is going to be crazy with news, man. So there you go with that. I'm going to call it a wrap. So with all that said, y'all know this is boy New J Gatsby, a.k.a. New Stephen A. Smith, saying peace out, y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Yeah.